Howdy YouTube, so I'm back here using the Octoral water base. At the shop where I used to work, they called in a bit of a favour, or called in for some help at least anyway. And they did all the prep work. I'm just here to do a couple of hours work. What is it, a Hyundai i30 or something? i20, that's the one. Pretty straightforward job. They've done all the prep. Got a door there obviously, a little repair on it. Bit of a repair on the dog leg and a blend on the front door. They've mixed up the colour for me. It's been mixed and matched. I've been told it's okay. Blendable on the door and good enough to the bumper where the colour does go up there a little bit. Give you guys a look at the products that I'm using. So I used this Octoral HS Clear last night and I love it. HS 420, really good, much better than the Duke Zone that we're using. So HS Fast Hardener I was using also for the clear. Use the wet on wet, which we can choose the shade of grey, you know. You've got a few different options of dark to light grey and mid grey obviously in between. Yeah, that's it basically. The thinners there, TA910, some of these codes so people can get an idea of what I'm using. The MS was for the, that was for the wet on wet, and the HS was for the clear coat. Yeah, I mean, the place needs a bit of a clean up. I had this thing bloody looking like you could eat off it just about, and it's just been let go. It's not even working anymore, the gun cleaning machine there. And that's about it. I think the colours in the GTI Pro HV30, Pro Light, sorry, HV30 on it. And they reckon you don't need any blending aid for the colours on these. They say even silvers, you don't need to use a base coat blender. They do have one, but you don't need to use it. So yeah, it's interesting. I mean, a dark colour like this, I wouldn't need it anyway. But yeah, good stuff. Anyway, I'm going to get to the masking, and I'll continue taking you guys through the rest of the job. All right, so I've got it all masked up and ready to wipe it down with some water cleaner. Should have this painted in no time. Hopefully the colour isn't too bad for the coverage and I don't have to put too many coats on, but I've got the air blowers there and I've found this Octoral does dry a lot quicker than the Chromax Pro. Chromax Pro was pretty bad. Just mainly I think because you have to put it on so wet, and obviously wet coats are going to take longer to dry than dry coats, so yeah. So this stuff is exactly the same as De Beers for anyone who may not know. They've done good prep on this one again, that's good. All the edges are sanded properly, no cut throughs on my blends. What else could you ask for? These rags actually leaving quite a bit of stuff behind. Hopefully we're picking them all up with the tack cloth. Yeah, a bit of wet on wet over this repair area. A few cut throughs. I'll put some wet on wet corresponding to the door. It's down here, so the colour's all the same. I don't think that's going to need it. In fact, I know it's not going to need it. Alright, go get that wet on wet mixed up and I'll be back soon. Get this shit cranked out, baby! So we'll give her a quick tack rag and start getting some colour down. They reckon spray it at 2 bar. Oh, there's my tack rag, there it is. Do I trust this bloody old thing? You'll have to do. Oh, just about, I couldn't find their bloody fine line tape. I'm just helping out here and I don't remember where they put it. I'm going to have to run the gauntlet with this and then pull it off after I'm finished painting. I just go light on the clear up here. Do this door first. Smaller panel. Geez, that heat is cranking in here. It's nice and hot. 30 degrees it must be. Yeah, you need it to dry the water. Yeah, so don't cover too good. Reds don't cover as good as the Chromax Pro there. Oh good. What is something? Work or something? I don't know. it covered up okay on the second coat. It all does look covered. I will just put one last coat on just to be sure. Do the sort of like tech coat, drop coat, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, all looking good so far. Gonna go fill that gun up and I'll just give the give it a bit of an airflow before I put that last coat on. Okay, ready for our third and final coat, the top coat. Got that pressure right down at 1 bar. How easy is that? And these should dry nice and quick too. It's not very heavy. Just a bit of colour to correspond with the door there. That door. Beautiful. So that should be dry by the time I go to mix my clear up. It's not going to take long at all. Looking good. Alright, so it's ready to clear up. Base coat's dried down nicely. A couple of coats of there, we're done. Yeah, that went good. I really love that Octoral HS Clear. Yesterday I used it as a full 2-coat system, but today I was confident enough that I could leave a bit of the thinners out, and I just went 5, maybe 7% reducer or thinners, and I just did the tack and wax. So one quick coat followed by another quick coat, and you're done. It's not running yet, it's flowing out quite nice. Just comes out a lot nicer than that Duke Zone which I'm using at work at the moment. I mean, always Standox is a lot nicer than the Duke Zone, but for a job like this at work where I am, I would be using Duke Zone, and I don't know, it just has this tendency to just pinch up a little bit, and just if you really got to work that stuff to get a good finish out of it. But that's okay, like it's a few more nibs in there than I would have usually liked, but hey, that's what your apprentice is for. He can polish them out tomorrow, mate. All good. Anyway, I've got to go home. It's probably about 6 o'clock at night, 6:30, and I want to go home. There's the next one coming out.